Welcome back, Flare community. Wow, what an explosive start. Are you guys trading ExFi? It's literally just gone live just 10 or 12 minutes ago. I'm intrigued to see what you guys think about this price action. You know, obviously it went as high as $40 and I guess almost as low as $13, and now it's sitting at around $15. Whew, jeez. Yeah, ton 80. Don't worry about if your Bifrost wallet says no value. You still have the tokens and you can sell them at a certain price. Don't worry about that. Yeah, pretty crazy, guys. Pretty crazy. This is on Bitrue. Obviously, we have FlareX too, but for me, the charts are being a little bit buggy at the minute. See if we can get them to load. But for all of you that don't know, you can actually go on this site here, Flare Finance. It's xfx.flr.finance, and yeah, you can select the different assets here. So, for example, ExFi, and we'll wait for that there. Dahili Jeremy, how do I become a member? If you want to become a member, you can check the link in the description of this video and basically just go through the process there. Let's see. What do you guys think about the price? $15? I think that's a fair price. I mean, there's quite a big amount here. People are pushing it up. Kind of a sell wall at $16. I think it's going to settle around here. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. It's still very early days. Let's see what happens. What are your guys' thoughts? Wish we had more price data to go off, but we're keeping it on the 5-minute chart for now. Songbird seems to be doing alright, I guess. Just average, trading sideways. Hey, what's up, James Kelly? Hope you're well. So, yeah, some of you guys may be wondering what you can actually do with the ExFi right now. So, let me just jump onto this one, I believe it is. So yeah, we do actually have some use cases somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure. Well, there was. Here we go. Yes, how can I use ExFi? So ExFi will be used in various ways across the ExFi platform. Now, this ExFi platform is basically this website here. They have a suite of all different products. You've got FlareX, recently launched Flare Farms, and Flare Loans 2. And this is actually going to be rebranded to Songbird Finance. So just bear that in mind. So what you're going to be able to do is use it as a fee replacement on FlareX. So we can see here that if you just add an amount, you'll see that there is a fee here, liquidity provider fee for those who are providing liquidity. Obviously, you can actually, at some point in the future, you're going to be able to use ExFi for this. So that's a good use case. We've got being used to farm for a yield in the form of SFIN. So this is what I've initially started doing, right? So if you go over to this website, and if you just give me a second, I will post that in the chat for you guys who may not know about it. This is the Flare Finance platform. And here in the top left, let me just see that. Yeah, you can see that. So here in the top left, you can go through this drop down and you can click onto Flare Farm. And I think this is what most people will be doing that aren't really trading it yet. And you can see here that there are various pools where you can actually start staking. So I've staked 127 ExFi, and basically I'll just run you through this at the minute. Let me see if I can increase it a little bit for you guys. That's a little bit better, so you guys can see. So what does this mean? So this is the ExFi staking pool, meaning that you can stake ExFi, and in return, you get SFIN. Okay, and this is a very limited asset. If we look over here, we have the distribution somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Okay, maybe it's a different Medium article. We'll find it for you guys. I think it could be on this one. Let's just quickly find this and see the breakdown. There we go. So we've got ExFi, and look, there is only 11,000 of these, so they are very hard to acquire. And basically, if you was the full owner and you had full share of the staking pool here, you would get 0.2 ExFi per day. Now, obviously, getting 100% of the supply is very unlikely, so this is how much ExFi has totally been staked by everyone, and you will have a small percentage of that, and you will get a share of this 0.2739 every single day. So that's what pools do. So you can enter the farm, and there's quite a few. These ones are risk-free. You've got ExFi, Wrapped Songbird. Well, actually, I will not say risk-free because there is this big giant red warning up here, and this is something to always remember. This is a Songbird. This is the Songbird network. It is a Canary network, so there may be a slight risk, right? And as we can read here, you are using an experimental product suite on a Songbird Canary network. Please be aware of the inherent risks involved. So I jumped into this. And something else actually is, people have been asking me about this particular pool, the Wrapped Songbird pool. Now, you can actually enter this, and people have been more specifically asking about delegation. What happens with your delegation? So when you enter a Flare Finance smart contract, they actually auto-delegate it for you. So if you're entering a smart contract, you will be able to still receive rewards, but you're not going to be able to explicitly select the signal provider that you may want to delegate to. Some interesting things here to note is that the reward rates do actually change. You know, this gives 0.2739 every day, these two. And with this one, for the Canary dollars, it is slightly less. And you will come down here to what are called paired pools. So it requires two different assets. This one, for example, is Songbird and Canary dollars, and these have a higher rate, and that's because there is a risk of impermanent loss. So slightly riskier, these ones. I'm personally sticking to these single stake reward pools. So that's my strategy. Let me take the zoom off now because it's kind of a bit crazy. And yeah, we have the Flare loans coming. Let me just check on the price here. Still sitting at, oh, we've gone up. Hold up, let me just quickly give that a refresh. There we go, what's going on here? So, yeah, sitting on around $20 now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Hey, Anthony Johnson, thank you so much for becoming a member. One thing that I will say to you, Anthony, is make sure that you join the Discord and link your YouTube account to Discord, because I do weekly airdrops and plenty of giveaways, so definitely jump in. Callum, you can't even use Flare Farm. How is that so? So there are a number of exchanges. I think there's one called what is it? MX or something. I don't know. We'll be able to see it soon. So there's Bitrue. Here we go. MEXC. So they've actually started trading, or at least they intended to. In fact, let's have a quick look and see what the price is on this particular exchange. See if I can find it here. Not really familiar with this website, but so bear with me a second. ExFi. Here we go. Is it trading? It's trading again, $20. So that seems like a good average. Although Bitrue is saying 25 now. This is getting a little bit silly, to be fair. I'm pretty happy with this. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this price currently? You know, $25. Was you expecting more? Was you expecting less? Let me know. Callum, you're saying that it's too laggy for you. Yeah, ExFi is a little bit laggy. For example, you know, if we're just jumping on FlurX, for example, the charts take a long time to load, but I guess the team will recognize this demand and hopefully upgrade their resources that are hosting this website. Let's have a look here. It's good. Are you guys trading? Nice hash. Yes, any wrapped songbird was included in the airdrop. It was songbird, wrapped songbird, and that was delegated or undelegated. And the ratio, the final ratio, was 393 to 1. 393 songbird to 1 ExFi. I believe they did say that somewhere in here. That's the final ratio, just below 393. $23. Yeah, guys, actually, this is something that I would like to address just for a second. I see someone in the chat asking for the link, so that's Fleur Finance's link. Yeah, so something that I wanted to talk about really briefly is this these liquidity pools, right? Now, if we just look here, you know, the price $21 now. It started at $10. It went up to 40. It's very volatile, and it's volatile because this is the first time it's been listed. You know, people are trying to identify a stable price for it, and if you're entering any of these liquidity pools, you may suffer from something which is called impermanent loss. So the idea being is when you actually provide liquidity, and I can't really demonstrate, but say when you enter this liquidity, what happens, the liquidity pool, what happens is you provide 50-50 value of each asset, and if that value changes, when you actually withdraw it, it could actually reduce your holdings. Hey, what's up, Paul? Welcome to the family. Pleasure to have you here, my friend. Don't forget to join Discord, and that goes for everyone, actually. We often do airdrops for all. Wow, that's a big sell wall we have there. 1,000 for someone who's selling at $21. It's going to be really interesting to see where this settles. Let me actually have a look on the depth chart here. So it looks like there are more sellers than buyers right now, and that 1,000 is definitely, well, saying that, there's quite a few people looking to buy at $16 too. You can see that down here on the right. So we'll see. Lots of people want to buy at 15. I'm not sure where this is going to settle, but I guess we will wait and see. What else do we have here? Flare loans. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, you're going to actually be able to mint Canary dollars, which is the stable coin on Fleur Finance. You're going to actually be able to do this with, you're going to be able to provide ExFi as collateral too. So that's always something interesting. Yeah, actually, let's go back to the this here. What was we talking about? We was talking about the use cases. I think it was on another page. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. Yes. Use cases. How can I use ExFi? Yes, being used as a fee replacement on FleurX, the decentralized exchange, being used to farm for yield in the form of SFIN, as we just said, and also, as I also just mentioned, being used to create Canary dollars on Flare loans, which can optionally be used to farm for more SFIN. Now, I think this is a really big deal, this SFIN, because there's such a limited supply, 11,000. That's very limited, you know, and I think this is the best opportunity, or I believe the only opportunity that you can have now is to, sorry, if you can go to Fleur Farm and them here. So, as I said, this is actually earning now. I do have another account where this has actually crept up, and I got a little one here. But, you know, SFIN is going to be quite a big part of Fleur Finance. So if you are holding ExFi and you don't really want to sell it, you just want to hold it, then I would say, why not join the ExFi pool? As you can see, it's going to be growing, so as more people do enter the ExFi pool, it is going to dilute your share of the pool, like the percentage that you have in the pool, so you will be earning less, but regardless, that's something that I would do, or which I am doing personally, to get a little bit of extra rewards in the form of ExFi. Now, something that I would like to see in the future is an ExFi pool, because then you could claim your ExFi from here, from this pool, and then you can move it and sort of add it to another pool to earn some other assets. Now, there is the APY cloud as well. I think that's getting rebranded soon. I should probably do a video on that, and I probably will in the near future, because that's going to involve ExFi, and basically you're going to get you're going to receive numerous assets. So that should also be good. Let's see what other articles Fleur Finance has over here. Let's see the price discrepancy actually. So there is an opportunity for arbitrage for anyone that may be into that. If anyone's registered at this exchange, MEXC, you could sell your ExFi over here at $18.04, and then you could theoretically come over to Binance, Bitrue, sorry, and you could buy it for cheaper. Yeah, they're pretty equal actually. 18.8 on each. Maybe there is no opportunity for arbitrage right now, but they definitely will have been earlier. Still very interesting. Again, looks like there's more sellers, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Still very early. I'm not sure what price it's going to settle on, but to be honest, I'd be very happy with anything in the 20s. And you've also got to realize that this is a very limited asset. You know, there is only 11 million of these. Corey, do I need to undelegate my wrapped songbird to stake the farm? So no, when you actually enter the contract and actually stake it, it will be auto-delegated to a signal provider of Fleur Finance's choosing, so likely DeFi oracles. Let's see what else we have here. Yes, so that's something that I did want to talk about. In fact, I did mention it earlier. You know, getting into a liquidity pool early will give you a larger share of the rewards, but it's also very volatile. I mean, if you jumped in here and, you know, you jumped in right at the start and the price was just $13, you could be in a bit of trouble because the price has deviated so much that you will suffer from some impermanent loss. So $17 now, got some support down here at $16.50, fairly big sell wall at $18.50. So I imagine it's just gonna, I guess, go something like this, consolidate a little bit, somewhere between $25 and yeah, somewhere around here between $16.50 and $25 for the next, I don't know, maybe a few hours, and then we should see a change in direction. David Albert Morris, are there risks of staking ExFi or ExFi? So if you mean staking by here in the pools, there is always a risk. If you go right to the top here, you are using an experimental suite on a Songbird Canary network. Please be aware of the inherent risks involved. So yes, with using any products on Songbird itself, there is a small risk, but there's a risk with any network that you choose, because any network can have vulnerabilities, whether that's Bitcoin, whether that's XRP, or Songbird. So there's always a risk, no matter what you do. But the important thing to do is just minimize that risk and sort of learn about what this is, what you're getting involved in. One thing that I would say though, there is a a website, an illegitimate website, and that's fleurfinance.xyz. Sorry, exfi.xyz. Please don't go onto that website. If you ever want to go onto like a Fleur Finance website, your best bet is to go up to here and just type in Fleur Finance. Go to the account, which is obviously Fleur Finance. You can tell by the large amounts of followers, and you can click on some of the links directly from an official source. So yeah, that's always something to note. Don't get yourself scammed. Here we go. 17.5 over here on MXC. That's the Songbird price. And yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see where this settles. Hey, Edu sold everything at $20. Well, that's already good, You're already 10%. You'd get an extra 10% if you bought it all back up now, or maybe even a bit more. So congratulations to you. Very interesting. Did anyone else make any good trades? Anyone selling in this area here when it initially got listed? Like, I think anyone that sold above $30 has done done very well. Ironman XRP, where can you stake ExFi? Basically, go to this website here. Let me just pop it in the chat once again. There we go. So you can stake it here in the Fleur farm. So this is where you can do the drop down and you can see all of their protocols. The FleurX, which is the decentralized exchange, Fleur Loans, and finally Fleur Farm. And this is the place that you want to be if you want to stake it. And yeah, just jump on here, click on stake. You will have to allow it first. Slide this up, click on stake, and then hey presto, you will have an amount staked, just like I have here. Now, you may not see this number change for so long because you're only getting this much every day, and this amount is distributed between all of the participants. So that's something to note. Don't expect this to be 1 or 2 anytime within a year or so, or maybe even longer. So it looks like it's going to settle around here. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Because look, if you look here, it's actually trading a little bit higher. This is an opportunity for arbitrage where it's 19 on this exchange and 18 on this exchange. You could theoretically sell your ExFi here for USDT, send the USDT over to Bitrue, and then buy at a cheaper price. But saying that, USDT is based on Ethereum, so you may actually be waiting a while. So I guess arbitrage is only really useful with high settlement transaction, or well, low settlement transactions, fast settlement transactions. Chris Peel, has the airdrop been completed? Yes, it has. Abdul, what do you mean you can't withdraw yet on Bifrost? There we go, that's more like it. Got some buyers coming in here. It's quite big volume actually, if you think about it. Each of these trades, I mean, this wall here is $14,000. Definitely got smashed down recently. Let's look at the depth chart. Yeah, still plenty of sellers. Guess we'll wait and see. Are you guys thinking to buy? Are you guys thinking to sell? What do you think? See the price differences. Like, there's just a few exchanges right now, and they're trying to be in sync. The last sale here, 18.1. It's 19 here. It's I think what we need is the liquidity from numerous exchanges and this idea of arbitrage will really stabilize the price. Hey, we've got To Be Frank in the house. Happy ExFi price discovery day. Whoop whoop. Yeah, it's going pretty well, you know. I'm quite happy with this price, if I'm honest. If we break above 20, then I will be happy. I'm at the minute, like I said, I'm just sitting tight here with in the pool, and we'll see what happens. You know, I don't plan to sell anytime soon. What I'm trying to do personally with Flare Finance is accumulate as much SFIN as possible, because again, like I said, limited scarcity, limited availability, sorry, and yeah, I think it's going to be an asset to look out for in the future. I was going to click the claim to see if it would see how much I'm eligible for, because that's not going to be changing anytime soon. Guess you need a large amount for that, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to claim every day. I think the only way that that would be valuable is if they have an SFIN pool where you could claim the rewards and then put that into a separate pool, or maybe once the governance, like the APY cloud, becomes available. Let me just quickly check on something here, because I did want to look at this gamma phase, see what's coming up next, because they did have kind of a very short roadmap. Here we go. ExFi gamma launch procedure. Let's check this out. So, ExFi will be distributed to all holders of Wrapped Songbird and Songbird. Now, that's already occurred, and we already know that's happened. Next up, FlareX liquidity pools will open for all pairs against ExFi, and we can again see that here. Go to FlareX, the decentralized exchange, and look, here we go. We've got ExFi right here, and it's also there as well, but you can't trade ExFi for ExFi. But regardless, that's 2 done. What else do we have? Flare farming pools will open for all liquidity pool token pairs on FlareX. That's another check mark here. And yeah, if you're not already doing so and you want to put your ExFi to use, I'd highly recommend joining this this pool. Hey, we've got Professor in the house as well, and John. Oh, it's getting busy in here. 352 people in the house. You know what, guys? If you are enjoying the stream, please feel free to subscribe. And yeah, there's always that option to hit the like button too. What else do we have here? So 24 hours after the farming and liquidity pools have opened, so that's tomorrow, trading on FlareX will begin. Well, I think that's already occurred, actually, as far as I'm aware. Let me just double check. I just think that the charts are taking a long time to load, but yes, you can see here there are trades being executed. Canary dollars to ExFi, both buys and sells. But I did actually notice this, and no, actually, sorry, I was a bit confused for a second, because I saw that the buy here is, you guys probably can't see that. Let me blow it up for a second. The buys here are 22 Canary dollars for 1 ExFi, and then I thought that someone was maybe paying, selling it for 0.04 Canary dollars, but this is the other way around, where someone's selling 0.04 ExFi for, sorry, yeah, 0.04 ExFi for 1 Canary dollars. So it's great to see that this is fully functional and working as expected. Hey, look, guys, looks like we're about to breach the $20 mark too. Slightly lower here on Bitrue. I would argue that Bitrue is probably the more liquid exchange, so I would say this is a more accurate representation of the price right now, as opposed to the MEXC. So, yes, back here, this is what I was doing. So that's already occurred too. after trading begins, Flare Wrap will be deployed to bridge over ERC20 tokens. I'm looking forward to this, I really am. So Flare Wrap, for those of you who don't know, it's just another protocol developed by Flare Finance, sorry, and it's going to be here in the drop down. You know, we've got Flare X, Flare Farm, Flare Loans, and there's going to be Flare Wrap. And if you hold any assets like Ethereum or USDT or USDC, which are built on the Ethereum network, then you're going to be able to wrap them and have a version of these existing on the Songbird network. So that's going to be really cool, especially if you've been waiting for the option to trade Ethereum for Songbird. And I believe there was some news from Vitalik very recently talking about a 6-year delay until Ethereum reaches Ethereum 2.0 or something crazy like that. So, Kyle Stolk, what is supposed to charge for gas fees? On the Songbird network, it's Songbird itself, SGB. JH, any idea when Bitrue will allow withdrawals of ExFi? I'm not too sure, but I imagine they will want to keep the trades on here as long as possible because it's in their best interest. You know, they want to get as much fees as possible. They want this high transaction volume so they can get some fees. Yes, to be frank, 6 years is a long time. And you know, the thing is with Ethereum, once it migrates to Ethereum 2.0 in 6 years or something, they're just going to have to upgrade their consensus again because we'll slowly find out that proof of stake is not scalable. So this is something to look for, this discrepancy in price. Again, arbitrage opportunities for those who may be into all that. Got it trading here at $22. And back over on Bitrue, it's less than 19. So you can make a 10% trade for every time you make that transaction. Pretty crazy when you think about it. I'm looking forward to the day when the bots may even out the price, because right now I don't think there'll be many arbitrage bots on MEXC, because this is the first time I've actually come across this exchange. But look at that for a chart, jeez. And it just keeps going, $24. Let's see. But yeah, as I said before, Bitrue is probably the most liquid exchange, so I would go with this particular price to be a little bit more accurate. So yes, I'm sorry guys, I keep forgetting to go back to this. So that's going to be really exciting because once all of these additional assets that can be wrapped come online, I imagine that they will be added to Flare X2. So you're going to actually be able to utilize them in the decentralized exchange. Also part of the Gamma launch procedure, 30 days after the launch of ExFi, so that's next month, loans will become available on Flare Loans to create Canary Dollar using your ExFi. And for those of you who don't know how the loans work, basically you provide an asset as collateral. I mean, right now the only thing that you can use is Songbird, and you basically want to mint some Canary Dollars, and you could say, I want to mint 1 Canary Dollar, 2 Canary Dollars, and then it will give you a fee here. You can slide down the collateral ratio, and you know, ideally you want this highly collateralized because there is a risk of being liquidated. But anyway, the point being is that you're going to have a drop down here where you will be able to collateralize with ExFi. So that's another good use case, something we can look forward to coming. And after that, Flare Governance will launch, and this is quite a big one because we haven't really seen anything on the Songbird or Flare network be really a decentralized autonomous organization, and we know that they're going to transition into this And Fleur Finance is certainly going to be one of those that will transition into this. And I just think it's going to be interesting to see how they actually how they do this, you know, how they accomplish this, and I'd like to see what kind of things we can actually vote on. And I initially think that it's going to be things like which assets we can add to Fleur Wrap, and maybe some fees, you know, how often, or maybe some of the payouts over here. If we look onto Fleur Farm, maybe it's something to do with these fees, what we could have votes on. And yes, Doc Bob D, that is a great point. Arbitrage isn't actually possible now because you can't withdraw from Bitrue. So yes, that's very true. But geez, look at this, 20, 27, 28, crazy. Interesting. Down to 17 here. So yes, that's what we need. We need the exchanges to open up withdrawals so that we can find a median price. You know, there's quite a big discrepancy, almost $10 between this price, almost 28, 27, versus the Bitrue price. And once the withdrawals are enabled, then the bots will certainly take control and find a price where we can get a bit of a more accurate idea of the value. So I guess we will see. Yes, Doc Bob D, I've entered some of these pools. Got quite a few. The single ones is which I'm the pools which I'm focusing on. Not going to get too involved in these pairing pools. Slightly better payouts, 0.4 versus 0.27, but that is because there is an inherent risk. So for me, just best to play safe. Back over to here, Fleur Drop will launch for the governance module. Yes, Fleur Drop, let me just speak about that for a quick second. So Fleur Drop is actually the NFT module for Fleur Finance. And yeah, like I said, all of these, we haven't actually seen Fleur Drop or Fleur Mutual or Fleur Mine yet. So these stages are all pretty much unknown. But for those who are holding the Samurai NFT, this may be of benefit to you guys, because apparently we're going to be able to bring the Fleur Finance Samurai NFT over to the Songbird network and finally say goodbye to Ethereum for good. Ninth, and finally, Fleur Mutual, Fleur Mine will follow the successful launch of Fleur Drop and Fleur Governance module. So looking at this in the immediate future, the next big thing that we have to look forward to is this here, the Fleur Wrap modules, and adding some ERC20 tokens, allowing us to bring assets such as USDT, USDC, and Ethereum over to the Songbird network, and we're going to be likely able to trade them on FleurX too. So guys, that's pretty much it for today. I think I'm just going to sit back and maybe watch this chart myself and get some food. But if you do have ExFi and you don't really have anything to do with it, you just want to hold it, then why not check out this here, Fleur Farm. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. And yeah, you can basically start earning some of this SFIN. Very hard to get, only 11,000 created. So yeah, with that, I will leave you there. I'd like to say a big thank you for everyone who tuned in to the stream today. And I hope you're happy with the drop. I certainly am. And yeah, on that note, I will get myself out of here. So until next time, I'm out.
We have liftoff.